We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got 11 plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
story.
long night.
Watson on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Watson on 3rd down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running on first down, Ekeler. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Ekeler again, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Ekeler now between the tackles, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Watkins. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Herbert off of play action. And it's caught.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Pardon me, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Fielded just inside the 30.
And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, L.A.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. It's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert back to the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it up. A good one.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
Something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. On second down, Eckler. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, here's Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. On fourth down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 55 yards.
And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
A solid stiff arm, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the best.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
Finding room at midfield.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Watson now to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by John Johnson.
And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, it's the Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw is Watson. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. On the give, this is Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they